Because as a prophet, you can't have false prophecies and claim it to be from God. And Muhammad had 6 false prophecies according to the hadith.
Okay, are you a Muslim?
Yes, he's a Muslim, yeah.
Come front center, come here. Let's
Come
talk
closer.
Let's talk to you.
Why not? We're exposing your...
Okay, you believe that Muhammad is a true prophet, right? Yes. And every prophet should have true prophecy. A prophet does prophecy, right?
Yes.
That's one of the functions of a prophet, right? So did Muhammad do a false prophecy or true prophecy? Always true.
Can you give us one example?
Empire of Roman.
I can't hear you. Come forward.
The Empire, Roman Empire, he said.
The Roman Empire, that it would defeat the Byzantines in a few years. Did the Romans defeat the Byzantines? The Romans were the Byzantines. It's the Persians. The Persians and the Byzantines. He's got the wrong people to begin with.
Yes, he does.
So the Byzantines, which are the Romans, would be defeated by the Persians in a few years.
Yes.
There's the prophecy. When did that happen? In 630.
Yeah, yes.
What happened in 632?
Yeah. He died. Muhammad died.
No, the Byzantines then defeated the Persians.
Yes, yeah.
So the Byzantines defeated the Persians 2 years later. So is that a good prophecy?
No.
Bingo. Give me another one.
Come on.
Right? There's no more, right? You can't find any more after that. That's the only one he can find. And we've already proven it's a false prophecy.
Big time.
Now, here, there is some other prophecy that he should have told you. What are some ones that you have found, Daniel?
Well, this is in your most authentic hadiths, yeah? In Sahih Muslim, it says, Anas reported that a person asked Allah's messenger as to when the last hour would come. He had in his presence a young boy, and his name was Muhammad. Allah's messenger said, if this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till the last hour come upon you. So Muhammad is saying the last hour will come when this little child won't even grow. So let's say the child was 10 years old, and then he grows to 100 years old. We're still living. The last hour has not come yet. Another false prophecy.
Unless he lived for 1400 years, the last hour still has not come.
It hasn't.
So that's a false prophecy.
Yes.
So there's a second false prophecy. Now you've not heard about this one, have you? Where do you find this? In Sahih Muslim,
Book 41,
Book 41, number 7051. So we're going to source everything we say today, because these are coming from his tradition, not from our tradition.
Yes.
We have nothing to do with these sayings.
Nothing at all.
So there's a second false prophecy.
Yes.
Is there another one, Daniel?
Plenty. Another one, Sahih al-Bukhari. Yeah?
Now why is Sahih Bukhari important?
Because he's one of the most authentic, actually the most authentic hadiths compilers we have. Sahih Muslim and Sahih al-Bukhari.
Now my Muslim friend, come forward.
Come please.
He doesn't want to talk.
Don't be scared.
He is scared to death.
You're Muslim, come forward.
Any other Muslim? Why is it the Muslims are scared to talk about
Defend your religion.
So what does Sahih Bukhari say?
Well, Sahih Bukhari says, once the Prophet led us into Isha, a prayer, during the last days of his life after finishing it, he said, do you realize the importance of this night? Nobody present on the surface of the earth tonight will be living after the completion of 100 years from this night.
From this night, 100 years, and we are now 1400 years on, 14 times that.
And we're still living.
And we're still here. So there has not been a final coming. Have you noticed the Muslims have all gone away?
Embarrassing.
Why have the Muslims left? We're reading their material. These are their traditions. This is why Muslims need to be careful about the claims they make about Muhammad.
Yes.
If this is your own traditions, the most authoritative hadith by Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, this is Sahih Bukhari, book 41, number 7053.
Yeah.
That's now. Today. There are two things every prophet should do.
Yeah.
One is prophecy. What's the second thing?
Miracles?
Miracles.
Yeah.
Miracles is the other thing to prove they're a prophet. Otherwise, they're just like you and me, right?
Yeah.
So we have now shown 3 different references. We could go on more.
We've got more, but
for lack of time, we don't want to go on to any of the others.
Yes.
But we have shown in both the greatest of the traditions, Muhammad came up short on prophecy.
Yes, he did.
He was not a prophet. So was he a miracle worker?
We don't have evidence.
How could he be a prophet? How could he be the greatest of all prophets? How could he be the seal of all prophets if he did nothing to prove he's a prophet?
He's not a prophet, that's why.
Moses could do miracles, could he not?
Yes.
Elijah could do miracles.
Yes.
Every prophet did miracles.
Every prophet of God.
Jesus did miracles.
Yes.
Then why could Muhammad not even do one miracle?
False prophet.
False prophet.
Come on, Muslims.
That's the only conclusion we have.
Be careful who you're calling a
He
prophet.
split the moon.
Where did he split the moon? Let's look and see where it is. Surah 54, Ayah 1. Let's see if Muhammad split the moon in your Quran. The hour has drawn near, and the moon has been cleft asunder. And if they see a sign, they turn away and say, this is a continuous magic. They denied, past tense, that this happened. Now, when did that take place? This is a future reference to the end of time.
Yes.
When the moon is cleft asunder, then is the end of times. Look at any tafsir. You can go to Baidawi, you can go to Zamakhshari, you can go to Tabari. They all say that this is the future when it's going to happen. It has not yet happened. So where's Muhammad's name there?
He's not even mentioned.
This has nothing to do with Muhammad. What's the purpose of Muhammad? Who is he? And why should we follow him?
Nothing.
Even the Muslims have now gone. They don't want to do